Hola a todos y bienvenidos otra vez a Aquellos Trails. Hey guys, I decided today to do the full sweat version so you guys could see what I look like pre-shower. Today was rough sauce. It was ugly. I may have spoken to God a few times to be like, please help me get up this hill. I don't think I can do this hill. I don't think I can do this camino. It was rough. I got here and I cried. Called my parents. It was cute. Anyway, so this morning went way better. Way better than yesterday. I was like, I know what I'm doing. I didn't have to set an alarm because the lovely Frenchman woke me up, which was hysterical. And then we actually walked together. I mean, for the whole day, but like together first thing in the morning. And it really helped to get me moving. It turns out that when I first wake up, I don't actually want to move very fast. So having other people set the pace was helpful. At other times, it was less helpful because I felt a lot of guilt about not being able to keep up with these septuagenarians who were crushing me. Ugh. So that was interesting. But yeah, so we took off and there was beautiful mist. There was the sunrise. We left before the sun came up. And then we were along a highway. And the problem with the highway is that the highway was like nice and flat, beautiful. We were on rolling hills the whole freaking way. I don't like hills. And it was just uphill after uphill after uphill, and you're never actually getting anywhere because you're going downhill in between. So that was not my favorite. We stopped around 6.5 miles, so about the halfway mark, a little more, because all of a sudden I was doing pretty well, right? Like, first couple miles I'm waking up, then I really hit my stride, and 4 to 6 I'm like, whoop, whoop, whoop. 6.5, I was like, if I don't eat something in this exact moment, I will die. I will faint, maybe. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not going to be good. By the way, I'm sorry for the background noise. They're doing construction. Maybe I should pause this for a second and resume, but maybe they'll stop. Let's wait together for a couple seconds. Nope, we're just going to keep going with the noise because I really don't want to pause and restart. Sorry. So anyway, we're doing the hills. We stop and find a shady spot and literally just like sit on the ground, and I ate some food. So remember yesterday, I was like, I only have bread, cheese, and an apple. I hope that's enough. Turns out, for me at least, eating bread and cheese while like you're thirsty and exhausted is not a thing. The Frenchmen were like, bread and cheese. And I was like, I can't swallow. It's dry. I'm tired. I need more water. It's ridiculous. So I ate half an apple and like 1 bite of bread and 2 bites of cheese, or maybe 2 and 2. Doesn't matter. So they're chomping away and I'm like, whew. So then we get up, we keep moving, and again, to first get going, I was like, I don't want to keep going, things hurt, this is tough. So like 6.5 to 7.5, I was kind of in whiny biatch mode. But then I really hit my stride from like mile 7 to mile 9.5. I was like, yes, further than yesterday. Yesterday by mile 8, I was like, today I made it all the way to mile 9.5, and I was like, yeah. And then we hit this big hill. Going from like 9.5 to 10 miles. And I just died. I expired 100%. And so now it's 2 sets of septuagenarians because the other one's caught up. So it's these 4 people who I have to pull over and let them all pass. And they're like, are you okay? And I was like, I might be dying. Definitely can't breathe. But it's fine. I'll catch you in a minute. So for the next 3/4 of a mile, I am deeply lagging them and getting further and further behind. But then they decided it's time for another break, which, thank the good baby Jesus. So we found another shady spot, sat. I ate the other half of my apple. They mostly just chilled. And then when we got going again, I was like, listen, you're all amazing. Go on without me. I'm going to have to move slowly from here on out. Today was the furthest I've ever walked. It was 12.5-ish. I keep forgetting to turn my watch back on after we take one of those breaks, so I don't know exactly. But the furthest I ever did in a training walk was 10 and change. So going to 12.5 was more than I'd ever done. And my left, what do you call that thing? My arch was hurting. There we go. My Achilles tendon got a little bit wonky. My feet hurt like a son of a bitch. So I was like, y'all go, and I will get there when I get there. Luckily, I only rocked up into El Cubo de Tierra del Vino. That's where we are. Like a football field behind them, so no big deal. And then it took us a minute to find the albergue, which I hate. When I get to town, I just want to sit my booty down and put my feet up. That was not the case. Not only that, we get to the albergue, and it turns out that our room, again, hanging out with the Frenchman, was not in the main albergue. It's off on like a side building, so we had to walk more. And I was like, someone hates me. I don't know who it is, but someone hates me. So then we came, I dropped my stuff, and then I went back so I could call my parents because the Wi-Fi is only at the main building. Called my parents and cried. I already told you this part. But like today I just felt terrible. I felt terrible. I felt exhausted, and I might cry again. Sorry. And just like I couldn't keep up. Trying to remind myself this is my adventure. So as slow as I need to go is as slow as I need to go. Anyway, give me a moment. Everything's fine. So, called my parents, cried. And then we had the most amazing dinner. It was incredible. It was just like, they just kept bringing food. First was pasta. It was like a pasta probably in just a boring ass red sauce. I don't even know. It was the best food I've ever eaten in my life. And then we had some kind of vegetables in oil. But like the vegetables are all grown here at the albergue, which was amazing. And there were peppers, which don't tell them I didn't eat. And there was tomatoes just with salt on them. Apparently that's a thing, which was shockingly good. I don't even like tomatoes, and I ate some. And I had a beer, and I had some wine, and I had oodles of water, like obscene volumes of water. And then just hung out. So at dinner, I ended up seated with a new dude who showed up today at our albergue. He had come straight from Salamanca. So he did the past 2 days in one day. The past 2 days, each individually almost killed me, and he did it in one. So when he first got here, I was like, haha, I hate you. But it turns out he's super nice. So we spent the whole dinner speaking. He only speaks Spanish. My Spanish is actually improving already, which is really exciting. And he was very slow. He spoke very slow on purpose, which was so helpful. So I had a lovely dinner. And now people are mostly napping. So I'm going to record this and start it uploading because the internet here is so slow that the upload for this will probably take several hours. So I'm going to go post up and take an outdoor nap near the part of the albergue that actually has internet and just let this thing do its thing. But first, I'm going to shower because, I wish you could have seen it, but I could not stick with it through the dirt. When we first arrived in El Cubo del Vino, there was a dust tornado, like this horrifying dust tornado with like dust that was so gritty it actually hurt. And because I was head to toe sweat, the whole back of my neck and side of my face, my whole arm, my pants, everything was dirt encrusted. It was revolting. There might still be some back here. It's not good. So I'm gonna go shower and then I'm gonna hand wash my clothes. It's nice and hot today, which less good for the Camino, more good for drying clothes. So I'll get my clothes out to dry early and then I'm gonna take that sweet outdoor nap, upload this to y'all. Now tomorrow I have decided I'm not going to Zamora. It's not happening. So some of the people that I'm with are, some people aren't, but today was really hard. 12.4 miles, really hard. If I went all the way to Zamora tomorrow, there'd be 21 miles. Why do I want to ruin this whole trip by trying to do too much too soon, inevitably hurting myself, or just hating it so much I don't want to keep going? So tomorrow's actually going to be a short day, bit of a recovery day. I'm really excited. It's only like 8.1 or something like that. And then the following day will be the other 12. So it'll be another day like today, which today was better than yesterday. So hopefully 2 days from now will be better than today. So there's the update. I'm going to go shower, wash my clothes, take an outdoor siesta. I probably won't even have dinner because that lunch was massive and so good. Although I should buy breakfast for tomorrow. New hot tip from Andres is forget the bread and cheese and just get lots of fruit. Lots of fruit. It keeps you hydrated. It gives you a sugar kick. And in the morning before you leave, start with like a pastry or something because it's high calories and it'll get you moving. Now, never in my life have I intended for high calories, but things have changed. So I will give you another update tomorrow. Have a lovely day.